What's up, everybody? Joshua with Oki, and I've kind of been seeing a lot of things on the internet about what's happening in the markets. Are we going up? Are we going down? Josh, what the hell are we doing? Well, let's kind of go over it a little bit. My thesis really hasn't changed at all. I think gaming will be your best bet to look if you're interested in investing your paper money. Remember, this is not financial advice at all. Anything we got to say or that we're saying is pretty much just for entertainment purposes only. Remember, my job is just to bring you guys information. You guys do what you want with it. I'm not going to walk your hand through it. I'm not going to tell you when to sell, things like that. But you should always be looking at taking profits off the table if you're up and you're looking at some type of change of wealth. It's okay to sell out. It's okay to buy the bottom when it's down 15-20%. A lot of people have issues buying things when they're low. Don't buy when they're high. Buy when they're low. So what am I looking at if I was to put my money in the market? Well, I wouldn't put my money in Bitcoin, and I probably wouldn't put my money in Cardano. Cardano seems to be pretty much the only thing out there, as I heard somebody say, that during this bull market seems to be not being able to make any money. So, and then Bitcoin, you're just not going to make life-changing wealth off of that unless you have a lot of money. So, what we want to focus on is Ethereum and some of the other top 10, top 20 coins out there. So, if it was me, again, not financial advice, don't take nothing I'm saying seriously, but you can look at something like Solana. Right now it's at 214. This is a great play. I could see this possibly running up to about $1,000 at the end of this bull market. You can look at Dot. Dot's a great ecosystem at a great discount right now. They just had their parachains that's going through right now with their auctions. They have a metaverse that's doing really good, and so yeah, they just have a great narrative, and they can run up something to like $100, $200 during this bull cycle as well. Another thing to look at maybe is something like Luna, Terra. We can see this going up to 200, 250 maybe. This is a great smart contract. And same thing for Avalanche. Avalanche has a lot of great ecosystems up underneath it. A lot of good integrations with a lot of good companies. They're working on bridges. They have a lot of cool things going, and they have a really bright future. So, again, if I was to look at maybe placing my money in some of these safest bets, these would be the coins that I'd be looking at, the coins within the top 20 easily. And you'd have to be a fool to somehow buy something and probably not make money or lose money when this bull cycle finally takes off. I don't think we're quite there yet, but I think it's coming, guys. So if you weren't paying attention, or if you're not paying attention, sitting on your hands, then you need to wake up, because the time for you to start making money and the opportunity that's going to be available for you is running out very soon. Okay. So, just recently we had that massive run up to 57,000, and then we had it drop down over the Thanksgiving weekend to about 54, 53,000 at its low. Right now, guys, what I'm seeing in the market is exactly script what you probably would see before a breakout. So, we had Jerome Powell coming on saying, oh, there is actually inflation. It's actually here. Oh, we got a taper, blah, 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 blah. So everything is literally spouting for us to have a really massive quick pump, but we can also have a equally as fast downturn going down. So you can make a lot of money really quick, and you can lose a shit ton of money really quick. That's the way you got to view this market right now. So I'm buying the dips, I'm buying the red, I'm not buying the green. And yeah, so Matic's a great choice as well if I didn't cover that. Matic is pretty much probably one of the gaming backbones that metaverses are going to be built on, because Ethereum's too freaking expensive with its gas fees. Nobody wants to pay, I don't know, like $10 a gas fee per transaction, $150 a gas fee per transaction. Who wants to pay that? So with Matic, you can get in with something like 10%, 15% transaction fees. I think that's a steal. And a lot of the metaverse's transactions, again, will be probably built on the back of Polygon, or at least some type of bridge of them, because that's one of the main features that they are offering as a bridge technology, especially with Ethereum. Another thing to look at is something like Binance Coin is doing pretty hot. I think 10% over the last 7 days. A lot of people don't necessarily talk about Binance Coin, but don't sleep on it. Right? It's right now. It's in the top three. You could see Solana overtaking it. You can see Dot moving up around where Solana is. But the point is that they have a great smart contract system. They have games being built on their networks and transactions being done on their network. And this is just all great signals for the Binance Coin to stay and do some really big things. I think it can run up to $1,000 easily. This bull run. Another thing to look at probably is FTX token. If you guys haven't noticed, their marketplace, their app, their marketing, they're everywhere. They're taking over everything, and they're going to probably get a lot of the approvals that's out there. They have a lot of VC backing. They have a lot of handshakes going on, I think, behind the curtains, and they're also partnered up with Solana. So if you don't think that FTX will pump up to $100, you are crazy, but it's okay. So we got FTX token, and then pretty much my narrative for this entire bull market, bull run, making profits in this game is the gaming metaverse scenario. So if I was to look at them overall, look at the metaverse here. So we got Axie, Decentraland, and Sandbox clearly leading the way. And I think these things are completely diluted. Their valuations are insane. There's no reason these should even be this high. So Axie Infinity was the leader for the longest time, and then now you have Decentraland and Sandbox catching up. Literally, you could slap Meta on anything that you wanted to create right now and probably make 150, $200 million easily. So where would I put my money if I was looking into gaming? I It's kind of hard to say. There's some things that are down. There's some things that are not down. If you were looking at like Yield Guild games, that type of narrative, guilds in general, but DAOs, decentralized organizations, could be some of the really good plays to make your 5, 10, 20x gains later on during this run, because the gains that are gained from these gamings will be contributed to the guild, which will increase value of these tokens later on down the road. Same thing for like Good Game Guild. Good Game Guild, if you don't know, is one of the newer ones. It's called GGG, and a member of our Discord actually mentioned this. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow and subscribe, hit that bell icon. It does help us. And join us in our Discord group. We have a description with a link in our description down below, and you can just click on that, get the invite, join us. But we do cover a lot of these tips and a lot of these things that are happening in the market way before you guys know about it on the video. And if you guys don't know yet, this is a little bit of alpha drop, but we are working on creating our own token, and we are working on many things that is going to enable us to use that and provide that to the community. And basically, you guys are early. So join us, communicate with us. Maybe something could be nice in the later down the road, some type of airdrop or something like that. You never know. But yeah, guys. So Good Games Guild has been a rough ride. So I did buy into it this around something like 1440 at first. I don't even know, man. Like somewhere around here at first. I think like right around here. And then it drops, and then I bought more, and then we rode up, I sold, and then I think I bought some around like here, and then it went down, and then it went down, and then so I bought right here. So this could be a really good opportunity to buy into a really unknown gaming guild. And again, DAOs are really hot right now because the organization invest your money into other projects. They have community funds. They allow people to rent out like your NFTs. Like if you had a lot of money, you bought a lot of NFTs, but you didn't have time to play those games or those NFTs or whatever. Well, the guilds, they rent those assets out and allow other people to use those assets to create value back to the guild. So it's kind of like renting, and then they get paid to play basically. So it's kind of some future things that people aren't really used to. Um, really weird concepts, but if you get in early to these things, you can be looking at some really life changing wealth potentially. These things are all risks. And guys, again, if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You'll get a lot of these drops before they come out. I touch on a lot of these coins that a lot of people aren't invested in yet, just like I called Matrix Metaverse, just like I called Sandbox Land at 23. You have to get involved. You have to follow us on these things to get notified and to be able to get some of these gains. So Good Games Guilds is a good opportunity if you're looking at something in the market that still has a narrative that is not necessarily the gaming coin, because the market cap of Good Games Guild is something like 330 million or 200 million. It's really, really low, so we could go up to a billion easily. Revmon could be another good play. Right now it's down 23%. Remember what I told you guys, that the key is to look when coins are down and out and then buy in, because if you do that, you can have a nice run up. Look at Mbox. This happened the same thing in Mbox most recently. Now it's at $10 today. It's up 36%. The entire market is struggling, but you got the gaming coins completely defying gravity. So in the last 7 days, it's up 69%. The last 14 days, it's up 120%. And let me show you something. So look, back in November 20th, it was $8. Wednesday, 17th of November, it was around 426. And now it's at $10. So literally in like 13, 14 days, it's gone up $6 since then. And again, it comes back to the narrative of the gaming coins. If you buy into gaming coins early enough, or when they are low enough, then you have an opportunity to make a lot of money. It's also high risk. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Um, these are some of the things that we're interested in, what we're going through, and the narrative for gaming is still hot, still going to be hot moving forward. Pay attention to the market. I can see Bitcoin waking up, maybe topping out around 75, 85,000 really, really quick. And then we're going to have our alts pump, and then we're going to have a massive sellout. So make sure you DCA, you dollar cost average as we go up, take your profits out. And then as we go down, take your profits out, because I'm doing that. Everybody's going to be doing that. So make sure you pay attention. This is the time. Again, you're running out of time to potentially make some good life-changing money.